Hey, where are my 24s at? What's up guys, it's GoldKarat and this is the 24-karat review of To the Moon. To the Moon is a game that really took me by surprise. I went in knowing absolutely nothing about the game, had no clue what the style was, anything, the story, absolutely nothing, and it really blew me away. To the Moon is a sad but beautiful tale about an old man whose dying wish is to dream of travelling to the moon. It's an exceptionally well-told story and an emotional roller coaster that should be experienced by all, especially those who love storytelling. The concept of To the Moon is fantastic. You play as Dr. Neil Watts and Dr. Eva Rosalind, from an organisation who focuses on fulfilling people's dying wishes in the form of dreams by entering their minds when they are at death's door. You enter the person's mind and travel back through their memories by finding mementos, important items, and solving puzzles. Ultimately, you complete your objectives by altering things that happen in the subject's past memories in order to change their future memories. The game's concept is fantastic and the story is so well written and plays out nicely. And at no point did I find the game highly predictable. And it certainly has its surprises that won't be spoiled here. The 24-karat Club gave this story a 9.25 out of 10 on average. Generally, the comments across the board were absolutely praising the story. The story is definitely one of the best parts of the game. The characters are brilliant in the game, the two protagonists being the stars of the show. Just jump down, it's not like you can be hurt here. Are you kidding me? It's a freaking skydive! You can't stay on here, you can't get off. God, I hate it when this happens. I swear if this ah! Eva, what the boop? That's a swear word, chat. Wuss? Wuss, even. Wuss. The banter between Watts and Rosalind and the love between the patient Johnny and his family can really be felt. The standout character being Neil Watts, who I can relate to because he's such a nerd and a geek. Hadouken! I love this dude. What the f was that? What? That's it. I'm doing the breaking from now on. I love how the other doctor was like, what the hell was that? For those who don't know, that is from Street Fighter. The visuals of the game are very much an old school style, but still beautiful in some places. In terms of the 24's review, however, this was the lowest scoring category. The average score from the 24's for the visuals and the cinematics was a 7 out of 10. The audio and the music, oh my god. The soundtrack in this game is just phenomenal. I love it, love it, love it, love it. There's some pieces that brought me close to tears. The music is really, really good here. The average score for the soundtrack and the audio in the game got a 9 out of 10 from the 24's. The gameplay in the game is simple point and click. Generally, there are some sections of the game where you might have to use the arrow keys because you're controlling certain things like a horse, but very rarely will the controls change. Sometimes, however, the controls wouldn't be as responsive as I'd like, but this is a seriously minor complaint. The puzzles in the game you need to solve in order to progress are not as difficult as you would expect, and possibly a minor complaint would be that they're too simple. The main annoyance I came across as I was playing the game, in fact, was not being able to know exactly where to go to find the mementos in order to progress. Sometimes it really wasn't obvious where you're meant to go as a player. But this is, again, a seriously minor complaint. The game is a short experience, but well-lived for a playtime of around 3 to 4 hours. The average gameplay score got a 7 out of 10 from the 24-karat Club. Some standout points from the 24's, for example from Reese Howard. He's noted that while playing the game never makes you feel like any of the characters in John's story are unrealistic or overly manufactured, and I couldn't agree more. This is also reflected in the interactions between Dr. Rosalind and Dr. Watts, which also provides some comic relief to the game. Reese also mentioned that he's spent many hours enjoying the soundtrack since originally watching the game, Riot Nix loved the story, the characters, the soundtrack, and the visuals, and they all worked together to create a solid player experience. Overall, the negatives from the game, the only complaint they had was due to limitations of software used to make it, the UI isn't the most player friendly, and the lack of settings is just a little bit frustrating. I couldn't agree more with this. At the beginning of trying to stream the game, it was like, there's no setting, you can't adjust the volume, there's all these things, but as Riot Nix pointed out, this is generally a limitation due to the software being used. There are some complaints of it being kind of boring at parts from TrueSlab. MBS0607 thought that the game could be a bit shorter. MBS liked the animations and the eagle eye view, it reminded him of the old school Pokemon days. Reese Howard had to say that the mini games felt like an afterthought and don't seem to do much other than break the game up a bit. Finally, the 24 Karat Club gave this game an 8.5 out of 10 on average. And my verdict, overall I had an absolutely fantastic time playing this game, and I got emotionally invested into the story and the characters within this beautiful tale. For me, the game had an amazing soundtrack, a fantastic story, some great characters, and it was really emotionally powerful. And for that, I'm giving the game a 9 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching the first ever 24 Karat review for the channel. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to get involved with the reviews, then please join the Discord below. There's a link in the description. If you'd like to see future playthroughs, then please check out the Twitch channel and join us in reviewing the game after we finish it. And until next time, 24s, this is GoldKarat signing out. Peace!